your mark, ready, set, let's go.
Yeah, baby.
On your mark, ready, set, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to swing, baby. Yeah.
Getting jiggy with it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's freedom, baby. Yeah.
Getting jiggy with it.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Getting jiggy with it.
Smashing, baby.
Count of three. I want everybody the place to be. To make some noise if you're down with me. 1, 2, 3.
Rock your body. What?
Everybody. Rock your body, body.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
This is what it looks like if it should.
Atomic power makes space travel possible, needing only the most valuable of all secret
Of reprisal upset the balance of terror, and so were considered provocative and destabilizing. But tonight, President Reagan turned 30 years of strategic thinking on its head.
Let me share with you a vision of...
Top Gun is an IMAX.
To the zone. Now, I was fortunate enough because of my job to set the schedules and stuff. I would go down a week ahead of time, and then as soon as everybody got there, I'd have to go back. So.
Suspense, excitement. Warm-blooded men and women take risks, make love, face death for stakes that involve the world.
And I'm supposed to keep my mouth shut and uncovered.
War machine, looking forward to the day when their flag would fly over the entire world. Then came the rise of Nazi Germany.
It reminds them of how speech morality on earth. We are one people.
Kennedy identified himself not as a person from Berlin, but as a Berliner Pfannkuchen, a popular type of jam-filled...
12,940 tons of cargo, including enough coal to fill 1,100 rail cars.
They started on the stretch of wall just north of the Brandenburg Gate.
As they fall back to Earth. A human being trying to protect himself from this highly radioactive early fallout.
All form a team to help each other through emergencies. You are on that team. So is your family, each member of it.
Democracy. Each leader claimed the right to govern the whole peninsula.
Re-establishing public order and deterring aggression against the people of Saudi Arabia. That's it.
Supplying these troops with everything from spare parts...
Nobel Peace Prize, but then through East Europe, former Soviet states chose to break from the Union and control their own fates. So Gorbachev sighed, but chose democracy's...
Contact point 90 miles. Estimated 3 miles to target.
I don't know what it is, but I'm a sitting duck.
The Cold War days are over.
of 30,000 border guards. They have special training and a strict indoctrination.
It was just one step from launching nuclear weapons, and as the blockade began stopping boats, no one knew what would happen. But then a KGB agent named...
Led by a madman determined to destroy.
Every guy wants to know how.
MacGyver will be right back.
Make a list for me. People who we want to bring along.
We gotta get Julie. Who's Julie?
Harry Belafonte.
Who are you? Who are you?
Stop and let me off.
A young man in the East makes a dash for the wall. They catch him and take him away. Presumably, he should have used a legal border crossing. Only a couple of years ago.
And keep them safe. The most
Suitable for Granny.
Buns? Namely Sugar Crisp.
We never get. They're not taking.
With space-age technology.
This is going to be a whole new experience. I just hope I'm up to it. No, not you.
To pass the time. Clock and calendar. Finally, don't forget your booklet.
Then again, maybe one of us won't.
You're the one who's making the mistake. Yeah, what mistake? Rambo.
1, 2, 3, 4, quick, brown, fox, jumps over the lazy dog. Start.
Audio check on August 11th.
That I've signed legislation that will outlaw Russia forever. We begin bombing in 5 minutes.
They know who all of you are. They're looking for you. They know who all of you are. They're looking for you.
You're 40 miles behind enemy lines.
Mr. Gorbachev, open this gate.
Confront us. And after all, why shouldn't we believe that? We are Americans.
I think that Ronald Reagan truly did restore America's pride.
A low Earth orbit network of space trucks or carrier vehicles that deploy clusters of small non-nuclear interceptors.
The bears.
Below. Detect Soviet missiles blasting off. Compute the position and speed.
Before they reached our own soil or that of our allies. Let me share with you a vision of the future which offers hope. It is that we embark on a program to counter the awesome
Volley Forge, Black Rocket #1 survival kit for Fearless Day. Government!
What exactly do you do, MacGyver?
Overwhelming force. The rebels attacked Guatemala City on June 18th under CIA air support. Options of American coding systems. The operation was slick and extremely professional. It might have gone on. Kennedy gave Bissell just 4 days to come up with another plan. The new site was at Bahia de Cochinos, the Bay of Pigs, from the U.S. He ordered his secret services to carry out a covert operation codenamed Merry-Go-Round. At an aviation day,
Eisenhower, I don't think, ever cottoned to him, ever really got to like him. One might have hoped, and I think Nixon hoped, that maybe they could have...
and of their communist beliefs. As a rebel victory became more likely, Khrushchev was enticed by the thought of the USSR gaining a foothold in the peaceful era of détente. Although Khrushchev enacted many liberal reforms within the Soviet...
Ali Sheedy, Steve Gutenberg, and Number 5.
Let's go all the way.
Let me see that. Hey, come on.
I hope the Russians love their children too.
The trick, of course, is to distinguish between decoys and the real RVs, or re-entry vehicles. SDI has 13 minutes during mid-course to sort all...
will absorb some beam energy. It will also diffuse the beam, and most importantly, it will distort the otherwise highly coherent laser radiation itself.
Of your life.
What the? Surprise, Barney! I'll kill you!
Do more before 9 a.m. than most.
I wish I was a loofah.
So fall in line.
Vessels of the United States and Soviet navies.
The Ministry of Defense has announced it's sending more troops to Europe to reinforce the British commitment to NATO.
To remove him from power.
He was a citizen.
None of this sat well with the USSR or its powerful chairman, Leon.
Howling Mad Murdoch, ace pilot, psychopath.
You've never had anybody give you the Aunt Jemima treatment.
The big hole of the second wall.
On the east side of the Berlin Wall, something new tonight. Soldiers dismantling it, not guarding it with rifles.
Living in the wild, wild west.
Partnership. You know, we waited a very long time to meet you.
This isn't a career for me.
This is a business, Chris. We've got X.
Troops stand guard over it. But tonight, they too were to be forced away by people power. And once the troops had gone, Berliners from
1949, foreign ministers of a dozen Western European and Northern American nations met in Washington, D.C. to sign the North Atlantic Treaty. This created the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or...
To go in there, Charlie, they got stuff in there that's...
Man, he blew the hatch! I did not do anything wrong! The hatch just blew! It was a glitch! It was a technical malfunction!
Conflicts.
You gotta think of the broader interests of this program.
In 1961, President Kennedy made a bold announcement.
I believe that this nation should commit itself.
Settling on this design.
So that's the monster that's cost us all this money,
It can stop the Martian death machines. Guns, tanks, bombs. They're like toys against them.
We know now that...
Witnesses to a biblical prophecy come true, and there shall be destruction and darkness come up in...
It's what you've been trained for. 3 mix dead ahead.
If Russia is suspicious of German power and France resentful and England wary, the Kaiser can boast an ally elsewhere.
Shall we play a game?
Terrific play.
Bond is dead.
Bond is alive. Kill Bond!
On your mark, ready, set, let's go. Yeah, baby. On your mark, ready, set, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go.